What's going on, guys? Mike Stoker here. So today I had a good discussion with a shooter, a carry optic shooter, and he'd come over and he was asking about reloads. What I do to get fast, consistent reloads. I reload a lot. I shoot single stack, right? So my reloads have to be on point 99% of the time. I can't afford to fumble them, even though I've got like 6 or 7 on me. So the drill that I do and that I explained to him, and I'm going to help you guys because I feel like it's good for everyone to learn, is the briquette reload. Some of you might know what this is, but I feel like I might have a different take, and so listen in. So basically what the briquette reload is, we have a dry gun here from presentation on target, and I would be using a timer. Off timer, you're gonna break mag well, or hit mag button, attack to the magazine, and bring the mag to here. And that's it. We're not inserting the magazine. We're literally aggressively attacking and bringing to here. Now, the word you're gonna hear me keep saying is attack. And you can thank JJ Arcaza, because since taking his training and all this good stuff, is everything is now attack control, whether it's a target presentation, a transition, a movement, anything, driving in traffic, attack control, you know, pretty much everything in life is now attack control. And the reload as well, draw, okay? Breaking it down, the mental process is gonna help the most with the speed. The goal that we were trying to get with the reload, I try to stay around 1 second, 1, 2, anything over that I think is slow shit, and I don't want to do. So I try to get my single stack gun from shot break to reload to shot, and around 1, 2 is comfortable for me. How do we do that? We do it with the briquette reload. So the benefit of this, the attack portion, okay, if the shot's been fired, from that point on, you're in attack mode. We're attacking to break, we're attacking with this hand speed. Okay, this is the longest part of the reload, so we need to take the least amount of time and attack this magazine and get it as aggressively as we can back to this point. Now the purpose of the drill to stop, and this is where it might differ, is this is a visual cue for me. We always glance. This is where I want to glance. So I'm training my brain, when I get to here, that's where I'm glancing. I'm glancing at the edge of my magwell, and I'm glancing at the top of this dummy round. So I'm glancing there. Proper finger indexing, glancing. That's the drill. I'm going back. And I will do this. I'll start a par timer. Recommend we'll just say 1 second. From here, off the beep, attack, bring it to here. Okay. Off the beep, attack, bring it to here. We're not going fast. I'm just trying to demo it for you guys. Don't want to be throwing stuff. Attack, bring it to here. Every time, pushing button, breaking grip, because I have to. Broke ass thumbs. Okay, attack, bring it to here. Visual cue point. That last part, so I'll start, once I do 10 clean, I'll take it to 0.90, 0.80. I typically operate around like the 0.60 range. So in 0.60, I can attack and bring this to right here. Okay, that gives me 0.40 to seat, present, and get back on target and make a good shot. And that's within 1 second. So it's really not that difficult. The time made up in a reload to get a fast reload isn't this shoving, it's literally how soon are you breaking and getting that back up. If the second magazine, or if the magazine has hit the ground before you've inserted, that's a slow reload. There's no reason that you shouldn't have this magazine coming up as this one's dropping out and be shoving this one in. It's all about your non-dominant hand speed to get that up. The cool thing about it is we're focusing on controlling this last portion. This is why you stop fumbling and missing your reloads, because now I built that visual cue on what I need to see. That's when I look. That's when I look. Okay, it's coming. That's when I look. It's perfect. If it's not, I will literally stop. And if you've shot with me, you've probably seen me do this, running a stage and have fumbled and stopped, fixed it, corrected it, and presented back on target. That's another benefit of this position. Now, when you first start doing these, you're going to want to run through, do a bunch of them, and then you're going to want to do complete reloads. We always want to end, even if they're slow, we always want to end with full, perfect, complete reloads. As you go through them, they'll get smoother. It's going to look like a hitch. It's going to look like a hitch, but it still ends up being faster than fumbling or trying to slam one and missing and whatever else may happen. If you're shooting carry optics production single stack, you know what I'm talking about. You need to guarantee that you're getting a good insertion, perfect alignment on that magazine. Sorry about that delay. My phone ran out of memory. I had to pause it, delete some videos, but we're back. So the one thing that happened to me is I would begin to break grip too soon. Okay, so the shot calling process, we fired a shot, boom. We've reset within recoil, back on target, fired a shot. A lot of shooters are gonna fire the shot and let it come back down and then start the reload, and that's fine. If you're aggressively pushing, what will happen and what happened to me is I would fire the shot. When I was going to fire my second shot, my mind's thinking I need to reload, especially single stack. We reload out of every position. I would go to fire that shot and already start loosening my grip. Okay, I'd loosen grip and I'd pull, break shot, hit a delta, hit a, I don't shoot no shoots, but maybe a mic or whatever it may be. You know, can't be shooting all the white guys out there. So what I now do to prevent that from happening, because when you're pushing that attack speed and your brain's going from, especially on a control target, you need to finish that process. You need to continue to work that trigger. You need to call that shot through. I don't want you to go boom, boom, reload. Okay. What we can do is still call a shot. The shot's gone at this point, just like a bump transition. If I'm shooting a plate rack or anything, a bump transition, 1, 2, I'm transitioning within recoil. Okay, it's the same thing in a reload for me. Maybe I'm wrong, but 1, 2, then break, bring that hand aggressively, attack, shove that reload back in, and we're back on the target. So what I do is hammer back, safety off, present it up on timer. I will be perfect sight alignment on a dry fire target, or if I'm doing it at the range, perfect sight alignment on target, prep to the wall, and this is a good trigger drill. Set that timer random between like 3 and 6 seconds. Prep to the wall, holding perfect sight alignment. As soon as that timer beeps, I break that shot, break my grip, and attack my reload. Okay, so even as a trigger drill, this is a trigger drill I do. My timer's off. Wow. I just looked like a noob. Please don't mind my dirty garage. We got all these boxes I gotta wait to fit in one trash can. Okay, trigger drill. So as fast as I hear that beep, I'm breaking that shot with no muzzle movement, effectively calling the shot. Okay, so I guess I pushed it again. So working that into the briquette reload, this is like 0.6. We'll see if we can do it. Okay, that's it. So my phone's about to die. That's briquette reload. That's what I do. It is a fundamental skill set. With any skill set that I do, anything, I always have a fundamental fix. If I'm having issues with my trigger, if I notice something with my transition, for every single skill set, I have a base fundamental fix. So with my reloads, if I'm fumbling reloads in practice or dry fire, or if I'm missing or I'm not getting, insertion, there's a fundamental fix, okay? The fumbling is the briquette reload. That's how I will stop my training, clear my gun, and do 10 of these perfect before I go back to training. If I'm having insertion problems, I literally stop my training, take my magazine, go here, slam, grip, and present. I do a lot of this in training to get, it's just like the reload and come up sights aligned. Same thing, if you do a lot of reloads, you need to be able to reload that gun from that angle, get insertion, present, perfect sight alignment, prep to wall, back on target as fast as you can. So that's another good portion of the reload drill. So I like to break things in steps. I like to break things into attack control, but I always work things back together to merge them so they become smooth as one. And anytime I have issues and hiccups, I always go back to the fundamental drill. And for me with reloads, it's briquette reload. So hopefully that answers some of your guys' questions. If you have questions about quirky ass weird stuff I do to have the success with certain things that I do, send me a DM and I'll probably make a video. I realize that I send a lot of videos to people on social media. People all the time ask me stuff. I create videos and send them to them. So I'm going to start posting them. So don't be afraid to ask. Happy New Year. Have a great night.